You know those small, repetitive digital chores we all have? The ones that just seem to eat up our time day after day. Well, in this explainer, we're going to learn how to put them on autopilot for good. This is all about freeing you up for the stuff that's actually important and, a lot more interesting. So let's dive in.
Think about it for a second. Running those daily backups, generating weekly reports, cleaning up temporary files. Sure, these things are important, but man, they can be a total drag. What if your computer could just, handle all of that for you?
Well, it absolutely can, and that's where Cron comes in. Cron is this super powerful tool that's already built into operating systems like Linux and Mac OS. The best way to think of it, it's like a personal assistant or a really, really smart alarm clock just for your computer, ready to run any task you want exactly when you want it. So let's pop the hood on this alarm clock and really figure out what makes it tick.
At its absolute core, Cron is just a special service that runs silently in the background of your computer. Its one and only job is to constantly check the time. And the moment the clock matches a schedule you've given it, bam! It runs your command or script automatically. It is the ultimate task scheduler.
And the whole system is just beautifully simple. First off, cron jobs always run quietly in the background. You basically set them and forget them. Second, you set everything up in this one special file called a crontab, which is really just a simple text file. And third, the scheduling is so flexible, you can do anything from every single minute to once a month. You are in total control.
Okay, so how do you actually give Cron these instructions? Well, it all boils down to 3 super simple essential commands for managing your whole list of automated tasks.
Just think of these as see, edit, and delete. It's that easy. If you want to see what jobs you have scheduled right now, you type crontab-L. To add a new job or change one, you use crontab-E, which pops open your crontab file in a text editor. And now, be really, really careful with this last one. Crontab-R will instantly wipe out all of your scheduled jobs. It's powerful for sure, but you gotta use it with caution.
And now we get to the heart of it all, the language of Cron. This is how you tell it exactly when to run a task. Now, it might look a little cryptic at first, but I promise, once you see the pattern, it's actually surprisingly simple. Every single scheduled job follows this exact format. You have 5 fields that represent time, followed by the command you want to run. These 5 little fields, those asterisks, are the secret code that defines your entire schedule.
And this table breaks it down perfectly. Going from left to right, it's minute, then hour, day of the month, and finally, day of the week. So if you put a 30 in that first field, it means at 30 minutes past the hour. A 14 in the second field, that means 2 p.m. A 1 in the very last spot means Monday. See? You just fill in the numbers to build your exact schedule. And here's a little pro tip for you. An asterisk all by itself just means every. So an asterisk in the minute field means run this every minute. But if you use a slash, like /10, that means every 10 minutes. It's a fantastic shortcut for tasks that need to run over and over.
All right, enough theory. Let's put this all together and look at some real-world examples. This is where you'll really see how these schedules create some seriously powerful automations.
Here's a classic example. See the 30 in the first spot and the 14 in the second? That means at 30 minutes past hour 14, or in plain English, 2:30 p.m. The asterisks in all the other fields mean every day of the month, and every day of the week. So you put it all together, and this backup script runs like clockwork at 2:30 p.m. every single day.
Let's decode one more. That 0 in the minute field means right at the top of the hour. The 5 in the hour field means 5 a.m. And that little 1 in the very last spot, that specifies the day of the week, Monday. So this command is going to reliably generate our report at 5 a.m. every single Monday morning. No need to even think about it.
So, what is this backup.sh file we keep talking about? Don't let the name fool you, it's not complicated. It's just a simple text file with a list of commands, and we call that a script. For example, it could have one command to compress a folder and a second command to write a little note to a log file saying, hey, the backup is complete. It's basically your own custom automated to-do list.
Okay, so before you run off and start automating your entire digital life, let's cover a few essential best practices. Trust me, these are going to help you avoid some common headaches and make sure your automations run perfectly every time.
First up, always use the full, absolute path to your script. Cron can sometimes get confused about where your files are, so just be super explicit. Second, and this one is so important,
Always run your script by hand first. Make sure it works perfectly before you put it on a schedule. And finally, if something ever goes wrong, the logs are your best friend. They'll tell you if Cron tried to run your job and what actually happened.
So, if we're going to boil this all down to a single sentence, it's this. Cron is your own personal automated scheduler. It's a simple but incredibly powerful way to run any command or script you can think of, exactly when you want it to run.
And that pretty much wraps it up. So I'll leave you with this question. Take a look at your daily computer habits. What is that one boring, repetitive task that you could just hand off to your new digital assistant? Your automation journey starts right now.